Let's get you the headlines. US President Biden says Egypt has agreed to open the Rafah crossing for humanitarian assistance to Gaza. Egypt had wanted security guarantees from Israel after the border area was shelled 4 times.
No, I was very blunt about the need to support getting humanitarian aid to Gaza.
He's now flying back after his visit, pledging unwavering American support to Israel, but warns them not to act on rage. The US president backs Israel's claim that they weren't behind the Gaza hospital explosion, but many Arab countries still blame an Israeli airstrike. The evidence remains inconclusive. The UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is on his way to Israel as part of the diplomatic efforts to prevent the conflict spreading across the Middle East.
Through the papers, shall we? President Biden's visit to Israel yesterday is dominating many of the front pages. The Mirror is quoting the president's warning to Israel not to make the same mistakes as the United States after 9/11, alongside a photograph of a young boy injured in the Gaza hospital explosion.
Take a look at The Guardian now, also carrying those comments from President Biden during his visit to the Middle East, where he met the Israeli Prime Minister. The Times now reporting that Benjamin Netanyahu has received private backing from President Biden to press ahead with the ground invasion of Gaza. That's according to accounts of private meetings between the pair.
And The Telegraph covers a speech made by King Charles, this was in London, in which he called for civility and tolerance amid tensions over the war in Israel.
This morning's papers, which mostly carry just one story. The fallout from the explosion at the Al-Ali hospital in Gaza continues on the front of the Daily Express. It shows what Israeli forces say is the moment a rocket fired from within the strip malfunctions before devastating the medical centre. The Financial Times reports on Joe Biden's comments that he believes Israel's assurances that it wasn't responsible for the explosion. President Biden's backing of Israel's assessment is also the lead for The Sun. The Times says the US president has given his backing to Israel's anticipated ground offensive. The Mirror also leads on his visit to the region, adding that he urged leaders to avoid 9/11 aggression. Those sentiments repeated on the front of The Guardian. It also alludes to what looks to the agreement to allow aid to reach Gaza via the Rafah crossing in Egypt. As well as Joe Biden's visit, The Telegraph features a call from King Charles for civility and tolerance to prevail in the region. The Mail features an interview with the Israeli President Isaac Herzog, who has reportedly criticised the BBC's refusal to label Hamas a terrorist organisation. Meanwhile, The Eye reports economists believe the Bank of England's base rate looks set to stay at 5.25% in what would be a small boost to those repaying mortgages. And the Metro has news of an 11-year prison sentence for a convicted people smuggler. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, you can scan the QR code that you can see on screen.